Right then, so I've just fitted my the Pro X. I've changed the silencer, the Modi that I had on it. Originally, I had it fitted with this A&M Custom Gunsmiths carbon fibre one. Brilliant silencer. This I've had this quite a while. This goes on everything really. Really like it, but it's a little bit long perhaps for the Steyr. If you look there, it's just a little bit long really for a rifle. Part of which benefit really is that the fact that it's so short and so compact. So I used to have a little Hugget Belita, but to be honest with you, that was short, but it was quite narrow as well, and it was okay, but it wasn't brilliant. So I got one of these little Donny FL. I think it's called a Tats. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Tatsu. Modi. And yeah, it's quite a small, really short. You can see how short it is compared to the that. So it is quite a short silencer. They're really nicely made as well, these things. Nicely machined, anodized aluminium, fairly lightweight. Little venting holes in them for the excess air to vent out around the sides, and also in the front. And they're very good. They are very good. They're very expensive. Truth be told, I still think they're perhaps a little bit overpriced. Really, I think they're playing on the name and the publicity they get, because they're good, but they are very dear. And they're not, in my opinion anyway, they're not massively better than a lot of other silencers that are out there that are an awful lot cheaper. But this one I think suits the rifle. I must admit, it's nice and short. They're a little bit fatter than most, which is probably why they're a little bit better than most of the small ones, because it's a volume thing. So if it's going to be a short silencer, a little short moderator, to get the volume you need to make them a little bit fatter. And I think that looks kind of good on that rifle. It sort of suits it. So I'm quite pleased with that, really. Fortunately, I got this for quite a good price, this silencer here. I dropped lucky on it, really. But you know, brand new, they are quite pricey. But they're good. They're good silencers. You know, if you want a really nice, well-made, well-engineered silencer with really good tolerances, then, you know, they're at that sort of luxury end of things. And they do look good as well. They look far nicer than some rather boring silencers, and in my opinion they look a hell of a lot better than those horrendous Hugget Steels. Those things, I just do not like them. They look horrible. I've not seen a rifle yet that one of those Steels has made it look good. They look awful. I do not like them. I was quite a fan of the other Hugget silencers. I've had a couple. Quite like them. Like the way they're made. They're well made. They look good on the rifle. They work well, tolerances are good, but that newer steel, to me, that front end, the way it slopes in, they just look bloody awful. Just not seeing a rifle that's had one on that I think has made it look good. Anyway, so there you go. So I fitted that Donny FL on the end of it, little Tatsu, and yeah, it works well. Cuts down that muzzle crack nicely, because it's got such a short barrel on this. Without the Modi, it does make quite a crack. I mean, the Hunting 5 Auto that I've got without the silencer makes quite a crack, and this thing's even worse. But with that on, pushes it down nicely. So yeah, quite impressed with it. And it's just a bit more compact than the, well, it's a lot more compact than the AM. Bit more in keeping with the rifle, really. I'm hoping that I was going to screw a Picatinny rail onto the front of this to take one of my Acutac bipods, but I've changed my mind, and I've bought a second-hand used Air Force bipod, which is the one that Steyr sell for this rifle. It's not actually made by Steyr, it's made by Air Force in the States. So it's an American bipod. It's very well made. I've had one before. I had one on my other rifle, my other Steyr Pro X. And I just think they just look really nice tucked on the top, and I like the way that the rifle sits below the bipod as well. So I'm not going to put the Picatinny rail on it now. I'm not going to drill the stock. I'm going to leave it as it is and mount that on it. So yeah, so happy with that. Happy with the Donny FL. I think it looks nice. It works well. They're very well made, and I was fortunate that I picked that up at quite a good price. And it's definitely more in keeping with this rifle. Zeroed this in the other day. Only managed to do it on the backyard range, 22 yards again. Fantastic, really is. They're just so good. The Steyrs are the Pro X. I mean, the Pro X Hunting 5, just blasting 1-all groups. All right, mate, it's only 22 yards. It's nothing really, but it just shows what the gun can do. And don't believe you me, there are certain PCPs that will not even produce 1-all, and I'm not talking about little clusters. I mean literally just like slightly enlarged 2.2 pellet hole. This is a 2.2 cal. There are air rifles that I've had that will not produce those sort of groupings even at 22 yards. And I've had one of these before, like I say, so I know what these are capable of for further ranges. So yeah, high hopes for this thing, and hopefully the bipod will arrive sometime this week, and I'll get that on, and then if all this really awful weather dies down, I'll be out there, and I'm definitely taking it down the range on Sunday, no matter what the weather is, because it's a bit more sheltered there in the woods, shooting from a covered shooting station, so it's not too bad. So I will be taking this and the Leshy 2 down to the shooting range on Sunday, and giving them both a good session down there. Let rip with them. But yeah, I think that looks good with that one. Really impressed with it. And of course, the Recon back on it. I'm actually running a bit low on scopes, so I'll put the Recon on this. I have ordered a Discovery VVT. They're very short, compact Discovery scopes. I've ordered one of those. Had one of them before. I had the first focal plane version of that with the turret caps with the little round O-ring things in. This time I've gone for the second focal plane one. So I'm going to give that a try. Very compact, very lightweight. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and keep your eyes open for fitting of the bipod on this, and also the shoot off and range testing between this and the Leshy 2 that will be coming up on Sunday.